At dawn on the 25th of February 1994, an Israeli doctor named Baruch Goldstein walked into the mosque at the Cave of the Patriarchs in Hebron, in army uniform, carrying a rifle, and opened fire on Palestinians kneeling in prayer. He killed 29 of them before the survivors beat him to death. Israel's inquiry found that Goldstein planned the attack alone and told no one. But he was a disciple of Mayor Kahane, whose movement wanted Arabs expelled and had sat on the council at Kiryat Arba as its man. He acted alone. He did not think alone. Israel's government called it a criminal atrocity, appointed a commission of inquiry, and outlawed Kahane's movement as terrorists. The inquiry also exposed serious failures around him. Security at the shrine was inadequate, and the rules for soldiers confronting an armed settler were unclear. In his own corner of the country, some called him a hero and made his grave a shrine. Part 5. The Spoilers. 5 months earlier, Israel and the Palestine Liberation Organization had signed the Oslo Accord, not a peace treaty, but a first stage. The PLO, built on armed struggle to take all of Palestine, recognized Israel's right to exist and renounced violence. Israel recognized the PLO and agreed to begin handing over territory. 2/3 of each public backed it. But Oslo had enemies on both sides. Hamas, the armed Islamist movement, had rejected Oslo from the day it was signed and had already sent its first suicide bomber 10 months before Hebron. An advisor to Israel's security service says what Hebron helped trigger was the next escalation: repeated mass casualty suicide attacks on civilians inside Israel. 6 weeks later, a suicide bomber tore apart a bus in Afula, killing 8. A week later, another in Hadera killed 5. Hamas called both attacks revenge for Hebron. That October, a suicide bomber killed 22 commuters on a bus on Dizengoff Street in Tel Aviv. In January, Palestinian Islamic Jihad sent 2 bombers into a crowd of soldiers at Beit Lid, killing 21 soldiers and a civilian. For many Israelis, the bombings became a judgment on Oslo itself. Israel had recognized the PLO, withdrawn from Gaza and Jericho, and agreed to the creation of an armed Palestinian police force. In return, Arafat's new Palestinian Authority had undertaken to fight exactly these groups. It did arrest militants, sometimes in large numbers. Most Israelis concluded it was not doing enough. They had been promised that territorial withdrawal would bring greater security. Instead, Israelis were being killed on buses. With every attack, faith in Oslo weakened, and the fury was turning on the man who signed it. Part 6. The Bullet.